Each species has its own cycle and timing. What is cycle? Cycle is a series of events or processes that repeats, okay? That repeats in the same order at all times, all right? Own cycle and timing. What does timing mean? Timing means when something happens, all right? The amounts of heat, sunlight, and rain all play significant roles in determining the cycle. The amounts of heat, sunlight, and rain all play significant roles. Play a role. What does play role? What is a role? Role is a function, all right? So if something plays a role, it has that function. Plays significant roles. What does significant mean? Significant comes from signify, and signify comes from sign. What does sign mean? Sign means something that has a meaning, right? So if something signifies something, it means that. Significant means something meaningful. So the amount being great or something being important is significant, all right? They play important roles in determining the cycle. What does determine mean? Determine means this to decide the cycle. Let's move on to the next part.
Roles in determining the cycle. But keep this in mind, please. Even if a flower blooms, gets pollinated, produces fruits or berries, and has some seeds fall to the ground, there's no guarantee these seeds will become new plants. Sometimes there's not enough rain, so the seeds don't grow. Other times, there's too much, so the seeds get washed away. Some seeds may get parched when it's too hot, and seeds must compete with other plants, including non-flowering plants like grasses. They all vie for sunlight, water, and nutrients in the soil. The seeds often win, but sometimes they lose.
Okay, what was this part about? This part was about even if the seeds become pollinated, they don't manage to survive. Okay, so let's look. But keep this in mind, please. What does that mean? Keep something in mind. Keep something in mind means to remember and don't forget. Even if a flower blooms, gets pollinated, produces fruits or berries, and has some seeds fall to the ground, there's no guarantee these seeds will become new plants. There's no guarantee. What does guarantee mean? Guarantee is something that makes something sure. Do you understand? Something that makes something certain. There's no guarantee that these seeds will become new plants. Sometimes there's not enough rain, so the seeds don't grow. Other times, there's too much, so the seeds get washed away. What does that mean, washed away? If something washes away something else, that means water carrying something to another place, okay? Some seeds may get parched when it's too hot. What does parched mean? Parch means make something dry, okay? Take the water out of it. And seeds must compete with other plants, including non-flowering plants like grasses. Non-flowering means not producing flowers. And seeds must compete with other plants. What does that mean, compete? Compete means to try to get something and prevent others from getting it, including non-flowering plants like grasses. They all vie for sunlight, water, and nutrients in the soil. They all vie. What does vie mean? Vie means they compete. okay, for sunlight, water, and nutrients in the soil. What is nutrient? Nutrient is the substance that makes plants or animals grow. In the soil, what's a soil? Soil is the substance on the surface of the earth in which the plants grow. The seeds often win, but sometimes they lose. So sometimes they succeed to become a plant, and sometimes they don't. All right, so they don't survive. Let's go to the questions. Hold on. Can you see this right? I guess you can. What aspect of flowers does the professor mainly discuss? Aspect means a side, a part of its characteristics. Okay. So, what part is how they manage to reproduce. This is the answer, right? This is about the reproductive process of the flowers. Okay. What does manage to mean? Manage to means succeed in. All right. So let's look at other options. A. Why they appear in many colors. This is not the main topic, right? And she didn't say nothing about why they appear in many colors. Appear means to have the look. All right. What B? What they need in order to grow. What they need to grow. This is not discussed. D. Where most flowering plants live. She didn't talk about where these flowering plants live. Okay. Flowering plants. Flowering means producing flowers. Number 2. Why does the professor explain the nectar that flowers produce? Why? Why did she explain the nectar? Okay. It would be what? To note how some animals are attracted by it, right? To note. What does that mean, note? Note means to know or let somebody else know. Okay? How some animals are attracted by it. Okay? She explained about the nectar because it attracts birds or insects. So D would be the answer. A. To describe how it helps flowers bloom. She didn't explain the nectar to describe how the flowers bloom. This is not the answer. B. To explain some of its health benefits for animals. What is a benefit? Benefit is something that is helpful. Okay. She didn't say anything about the health benefit of the nectar. C. To say that it has a role in determining flowers' colors. It has a role in determining flowers' colors. Nectar doesn't decide the flowers' colors in this passage, so this is not the answer. According to the professor, why can orchids bloom anytime during the year? Why? What did she say? Because they grow in tropical area, which is very hot all around the year. So the answer would be what? They grow in very hot climates, the tropical area. Okay? Let's look at other options. They are able to survive in all seasons. She didn't say that. C. They have short life cycles. This is not what she said either. D. They require only small amounts of sunlight. This is not discussed. So it's not the answer. Based on the information in the lecture, do the statements refer to flowers or to fruits and berries? Okay. Refer to means what? Relates to. Okay. So which statement refers to flowers and which to fruits and berries? You see that? I'm gonna move this a little bit. Can you see it well? Okay, I think you can. May get dropped on the ground and then germinate. What is this? Fruits and berries, right? What did she say in the passage? When someone or something plucks and eats the fruits and berries, some seeds may get dropped on the ground or move to new locations where they may subsequently fall to the earth. Okay? Some seeds. So it's related to fruits and berries. 2. Typically bloom during the spring. That's flowers, right? Fruits and berries don't bloom. Typically means normally, okay? C. So this one is fruits and berries. 2 is flowers. Produce nectar that bees and other animals suck. Which one? Flowers produce nectar. What right? So this is flowers. Attract animals due to their various colors. Which has various colors? The flowers, right? The colorful petals of many blooming flowers act as attractors. Okay, so birds and bees have color vision, so they can recognize the colorful flower petals. Okay, so they attract the animals. Let's go to the next. What can be inferred about bees? Inferred means a guessed from the passage, all right? Although it's not directly said. The answer is they are crucial to many flowering plants getting pollinated. What does crucial mean? Crucial means very important. So it plays a big role, right? What did the professors say about the bees? They suck the nectar of flowering plants and use it to make honey. Okay. And then bees have color vision, and the flowers have colorful petals. And when the animals arrive, they move around inside the flower while extracting the nectar. So bees play an important, crucial role. So A is the answer. Let's look at B. They tend to live only in places with warm climates. Tend to means they usually or often. This is not said or anything that we can infer. There's nothing that we can infer this from the passage. C. They are only attracted to flowers with certain colors. She didn't say that. Okay, so this can't be inferred from the passage. They pollinate more flowers than do birds or other animals. There's nothing that indicates or infer suggests that the bees pollinate more flowers than birds or other animals. So this is not the answer. Listen again to part of the lecture, then answer the question.